The month of April was marked by the publication of Pope Francis's apostolic exhortation, Amoris Laetitia. On April 8th, this pastoral document was drawn up with conclusions from the two synods on the family. The expected document was presented at a massive press conference at the Vatican.
For me, this document holds authentic novelties, but not a rupture.
In the exhortation, the Pope asks Catholics to promote the beauty of marriage and to help couples cope with the challenges of living together. It also promotes a sense of welcome for those who have suffered a divorce, asking to address these situations case by case in a constructive way. In order to do this, the Pope asks that the concept of discernment is worked through. That is, to address doubts in the company of a priest so that each person can become aware of their situation before God. The surprise during the month of April came during the Pope's trip to a refugee camp in Greece on the island of Lesbos.
È un viaggio triste. Noi andiamo a incontrare la catastrofe umanitaria più grande dopo la Seconda Guerra Mondiale.
He visited the Moria refugee camp, which is a symbol of Europe's indifference to the suffering of thousands of refugees. He could witness the despair these people had, especially when this woman wept on her knees before him. Although it may seem obvious, the Pope had to remind the world that refugees are not numbers, they are people.
Le preoccupazioni delle istituzioni e della gente qui in Grecia, come in altri paesi d'Europa, sono comprensibili e legittime. E tuttavia non bisogna mai dimenticare che i migranti, prima di essere numeri, sono persone, sono volti, nomi, sono storie. L'Europa è la patria dei diritti umani e chiunque metta piede in terra europea dovrebbe poterlo sperimentare, così si renderà più consapevole di doverli a sua volta rispettare e difendere.
After preaching with words, the Pope led by example. It wasn't until they arrived at the same staircase to the plane as the Pope when the world discovered that he took 3 families with him to Rome. Once in Italy, it was Pope Francis himself who welcomed these people to their new life. He was so shocked by the refugee situation that he apologized for how they are being treated.
Troppe volte non vi abbiamo accolto. Perdonate la chiusura e l'indifferenza delle nostre società che temono il cambiamento di vita e di mentalità che la vostra presenza richiede. Trattati come un peso, un problema, un costo, siete invece un dono.
In April, the Pope also made time for details like this, fulfilling the dream of little Lizzie Myers, the 5-year-old girl who will lose her sight and hearing from a degenerative illness. Before all this happened, she wanted to meet the Pope. Her dream came true, and Pope Francis did not hesitate to tenderly meet the little girl.